3, 2, 1, go.
And
Right,
yes, that is a stopwatch.
My computer almost crashed.
Almost.
Almost. Okay, I'll introduce it. So, hi everyone who's watching from the YouTubes. This is a post commentary of our race between me, KnightNC, versus MuddyMaestro or Muddy, and we're doing a race to collect as much chests and gems in small objects as possible throughout the entire game within 25 minutes. And I don't remember the point score that corresponds to breaking chests, so I'll let Muddy explain that if you can.
Yeah, I'll break it down. So basically, brown chests, the ones that you can flame or charge, those are worth 1 point. The silver chests that you only can charge, those are worth 2. The life chests are worth 4 points. The rocket chests, or the lock chests, the ones you need keys with, those are worth 5. And everything else is worth 3.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
I kind of went out of numerical order, but I figured I didn't want to say everything else before I named.
Oh, that's fine. That's better than how I. That's better than how I explained it. But this is a post commentary because I am an idiot who decided that or not really decided. When I finished recording, there was a pop-up that appeared on my recorder that said the audio wasn't recorded, and I was really dumbstruck and at the same time really sad that that happened. So we decided to actually go back to our footage and just talk about what we see in our footage. But since I really don't have a strategy in this, I kind of want to start with Muddy's strategy, since we couldn't really. At least I'm very curious to see what he actually did.
Yeah, like I did have a major. I had a strategy. I didn't root it out, or I didn't necessarily practice it. That's what I mean, practice.
Yeah. So what was your route?
More or less, I tried to get to beast makers as fast as possible.
Right.
That's my main strategy, and obviously, like, get like my 1200 as efficiently as possible, and then get to magic crafters and beast makers, because
right,
lots of juicy chests there.
Right. Where did you start first? What level in Artisans?
I went to Stonehill, which is looking quite pretty in the revealed footage for the Reignited trilogy, I'll say.
That is very true. Did you see it before?
Yeah, I saw that Crystal Fissure fella's video on that.
Yeah, I did too. It looks pretty nice. I like it a lot. Although the music it sounded exactly like the original. It didn't. I couldn't. At least I couldn't. I didn't analyze it as much as anyone else did. It just sounded very much the same to me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
the only things I'm not a fan of is just kind of the hit detection seems a little floaty. And yeah, I agree with the gems look a little floaty and light.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how light they look.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't really looked into that.
Might be a racist thing. I don't know.
There we go, demonetized.
I also noticed that you can. What's that?
No, keep going.
Oh, I was just saying that I noticed that the shepherds, you can actually charge them without actually being stunned.
Yeah, that actually worries me a little bit, because I'm wondering about like just the attention to detail about those kinds of things.
Yeah, I mean, I feel I'm not going to be bothered by it too much. It'll probably hurt me a little bit inside, but like I think I'll just live with it. I mean, it's a remake; it's not going to be exactly the same, you know.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm positive with what's happening so far.
Oh, you have the AIDS.
Yeah. I don't really care about like the graphic elements. Like if they add like extra textures and flowers and elements like that to it, I'm totally cool with that. It's just the gameplay mechanics that I just want to be.
Yeah, me
basically
too.
The same. Like if you were bonking off a shepherd before, like you just kind of still bonk off them.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% too. But at the same time, if it doesn't happen, I don't know. Treat it as it is, but it's not like the old games are going to be gone once the remake comes out. Also, not to be down on the remakes, I'm so excited for it. But
what are you going to pick them up on? Like what console or PC? Is it on PC?
Well,
it's not yet announced on PC.
First, right?
And Xbox, they're coming. It's PS4 and Xbox first only.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
hoping
didn't know
for
it
the
was
PC port
Xbox.
because I would love to see. What's that?
I didn't know it's gonna be Xbox on launch as well.
Mhm.
I figured it was
It
gonna be
is.
like the Crash trilogy.
Yeah, I thought the same too, but it is coming to Xbox the same day as the PlayStation 4 version, although there is no PC version, and that's what I'm most interested in. I really want a PC version for mods and stuff.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about
sure
to say,
people-
yeah.
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 With the
But I'm getting
sex
a
mods and
PS4.
all that.
Yep. The Laura nude mods, right?
Oh my.
Oh god.
Demonetized. We should title the video.
Now we
Night-
owe YouTube money for it.
Yeah, we should title it KnightNC versus Muddy quotations or parentheses demonetized.
just have a pop up every time there's content that would demonetize the video.
I'm pretty
On the
sure every
video.
time G4 talks in the video, it makes the video demonetized.
Yeah, they just got voice recognition. Oh boy, this guy, Mr. Potty Mouth is in this video.
That's
Yeah.
why I should be in more of these speedruns.
I agree. You make them much more interesting, in my opinion. I love it when
No,
you're
no.
in the other.
No, it's all about taking money away from those Aussies, huh?
Yeah, those shields are already making enough with their T-shirts.
Yeah.
And overpriced iPhone cases, huh?
Yeah.
I should mention in my run just now. I mentioned this in my first commentary, so you guys already know. But I ran to the balloonist, and the balloonist just told me that I needed 10 dragons, and I was an idiot for only having 6 by the time I got there. So that's a huge time loss as well. I'm in Toasty right now.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm just bonking on stairs. No, I'm in Dry
Yeah.
Canyon.
Right. So did you guys hear about the orb challenges that could be a thing in Spyro 2? The new orb challenges?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. No, I haven't.
Oh, did you
I haven't
hear
heard about
about
that.
Oh.
No.
There's rumors that there's going to be additional orbs in the remake of Spyro 2, outside of just 64.
Yeah.
It's actually a paid DLC, you know.
Well, it's not. It's
well,
not
knowing Activision.
confirmed. It's just. Yeah, I mean, it's just speculation. I personally wouldn't. I feel like it would be cool.
I wouldn't
although
mind
if
it
it's
at all.
DLC, I don't know. I think it would be great.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, there's gonna be purists that are gonna be up in arms, but like, no.
Well, I feel like that's. I mean, like
that's
I'm-
extra content. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can speedrun these games 100% within 1 to 3 hours, like, yeah, I'm fine with extra content.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I feel I'm a purist too, but like not as strict as other people, and I think extra content wouldn't really necessarily hurt the game too much. I mean, like
Yeah.
the little things that we were talking about, like the shepherd not being, like not being able to charge into the shepherd the way that you can, or something like that. More gameplay stuff specific would kind of hurt me a bit more than
Yeah, pretty much.
extra content. I think since we're both all much more interested in speedrunning, I think gameplay is what's most important to all of us.
Yeah.
If I can speak for everyone.
It's weird to say to improve the game without changing it, but it's kind of what they have to do.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it improve. I would just call it as just a whole nother game.
Yeah. I guess just adding the extra value. I'm not opposed to that at all.
Right. Speaking of, what'd you guys think of the Insane trilogy versus the original games?
I thought it was insane.
I have not played it actually. I don't have a PS4 yet.
How do you come up with these?
It's all about wordplay.
I heard it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old joke I have at this point.
Oh, I haven't heard it before, but I think it's hilarious. Anyway, I interrupted a lot of people. What was everyone saying?
Oh, yeah. It is on PC though, Muddy.
Yes,
It's going to
recently
be.
came to PC, right? Or recently.
Oh wait, did it come out already? I think it's coming, right? It's not out
It's
yet.
June, right?
It's in late July, I think.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe it's June. One of those J months.
Okay.
To be honest, I'll probably get it again on PC.
I'll probably get it for the Xbox,
Yeah,
along with the Spyro.
yeah. I just got back into the Insane trilogy again after playing it a few months ago. I really like it. I mean, I don't know. I have no gripes with the game too much. I like how much easier Crash 1 is versus the original.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it kind of drops the whole difficulty if you guys don't mind that too much. Because like the only way to save in the game was like to not die and get all the boxes or complete a bonus level without dying on your first.
Oh yeah, the bonus levels are pretty stackable.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like
and once you actually like get to the end of the game, then you're basically just getting gems and getting free saves off those.
Yeah, I feel Crash 1 in the remake is the easiest of the three in the remake versus the original because they made it. I mean, like I had like 99 lives near like halfway done with the game.
Huh.
I guess it's relative to like if the relics are harder in whichever games because we didn't have relics in the old ones. I heard that some of the Crash 1 relics are difficult.
In the original Crash 1?
Yeah.
Or
well,
no,
like
I wouldn't know. I never
like. Well, yeah, no, not original Crash 1 because they didn't have relics there. But
oh, they did? I don't even remember.
Yeah, no. Crash 1 and 2 did not have relics. Only Crash 3 did. Out of those three.
Oh, really? I only played the original Crash Bandicoot. I never played 2 and 3 on PlayStation 1, so I wouldn't know. I was more of a Spyro guy than Crash.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Yeah, I was pretty split too, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I just
time to both.
Yeah, I never got the games as a kid. My parents never got them for me. I got Crash 1 and then Crash Bash. I think those were the only 2 Crash games I had.
I feel like those are like the worst ones.
Yeah, I remember.
They are.
I remember as a kid, like making time trials through the Spyro 1 levels.
Oh, really? That's fun.
Yeah. When I was like just a wee lad.
So you've been speedrunning since like your whole life.
Pretty much. I mean, like never professionally. As you could tell by my footage, as I couldn't do a couple easy jumps earlier. But I believe I actually have the oldest time on speedrun.com for a Spyro 1 120% run.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like sometime in like 2011.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I re-uploaded that video because before it was like in 15-minute parts because that's how YouTube was then.
Mm-hmm.
So then later in 2011 they let me upload the whole thing as one piece. So I did that. So actually, if my time would even be older than the upload date.
Wow.
Yeah, probably like 100 something. So I think it was like a 2-hour something run, which isn't horrible, but it isn't good by today's standards.
Well, exactly. Today's standards, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it changes over time, but
yeah, like half the things. Well, not even half the things. Like probably 80% of the skips weren't even found at that point.
Right.
Or widely used or widely optimized.
I don't think I started speedrunning until like a year ago, but like I didn't really take it too seriously either. I just did it for fun. That's just me.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. Like speedrunning, it's at least the Spyro games. Like I just haven't really wanted to overdo speedrunning these games because they still got a lot of childhood memories from me. And I feel like if I break,
dude, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like if I break them too much, I feel like I'll be kind of making the game something different than it was. And I mean, it is, but I still get a bit of my childhood while I play this.
Yeah, I think the same exact way too. It's funny because like I always fear that like if I take it too seriously, that I'm gonna like hate the game, and I don't want to hate it because it's like my favorite game of all time. You know what I mean? I'm the same exact way. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't think that anyone else thought the same because like everyone here is all speedrunning and doing all these tournament stuff, but I didn't know if anyone thought the same.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing about one of these kinds of tournaments where it's not 100% pros, but it's still people who are obviously very passionate about these games.
Yeah, right. I was scared it was going to be all pros.
Yeah, no, it's a nice balance because, yeah, we've got people like us who are just fans of the series, I know the games forwards and backwards, but aren't necessarily the best at playing them.
Right. Yeah.
And then in the later rounds, we're going to see some good races.
Oh yeah, from the ones and twos. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. It's been a long time for round one already. I can't wait to actually see a bit more. I don't know. I guess higher level play.
Yeah.
But
at this point, the video isn't over. But at this point, either of us still could make it into that top 4.
Oh, I forgot that there's a timer going on in this commentary.
Yes, that'll be in the bottom of the video, or the top of the video, or wherever I choose to put it in post-production for all you lovely people on YouTube.
Yeah, some of them are alright.
And here I figured I was a little low in my gem count, so I had to get a few extras.
Speaking of round 2, I'll be rooting for my boys in Group B before anybody else.
My boys in blue.
My boys in blue.
Yeah, I'm a little scared that odds are stacked against us, but
they definitely are.
Yeah, I feel they are.
Yeah,
but that's what makes it more interesting.
Yeah, unless no one can convert, coerce everyone into Spyro 2 runs.
I just hope it's not like major upsets, or I mean, no, I want it to be major upsets, especially with the group, but I don't want it to be like blowouts. You know what I mean? Where it's like not even close. I would rather, it'd be more interesting if it was like somewhat close, not like 30 minutes away or something.
The only disappointing thing is that it's probably gonna be runs that they're side by side for the entire race because they know the optimized routes, whereas we're just kind of doing our own things.
Right. So are the rules for round 2 different, or do 2 players still have to come up with a race again? I thought the rules were now that like Crystal Fisher or Angus would create the races, or am I just not?
I assume it's gonna be like previous tournaments where it's just kind of a consensus, and then if they can't come to a consensus, then Andrew or Angus will make something up for them.
Okay, I see. See, I've never. This is my first speedrunning tournament, so I don't know what has happened in the past.
Yeah, no, these tournaments are kind of a one-off, anyways. So.
What does that mean? What do you mean by one-off?
As in, there aren't very many other tournaments out there that kind of follow this kind of a format.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, other tournaments are much more professional than this.
Oh, okay. Have you guys done?
But this is still a professional tournament.
Oh, I don't know. I'm assuming.
I'm just joking.
Oh, I didn't know. I assumed you guys have done. Have you guys done other tournaments outside of this one? For this game, these games?
Yeah, Muddy's done a lot.
I know Muddy's done a lot. Right, he has a history.
Yeah.
I've done one other tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Desert Monkey 2.
Oh, okay. Was it pertaining to Crystal Fisher, or was it outside of their jurisdiction?
The one I was in was run by Ratchet 5.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
It bounced around between Ratchet, Nintendo Gen, and Crystal Fisher running them.
And it was a Crash Bandicoot tournament, so I lost all my matches.
Oh, it was a Crash Bandicoot tournament?
I think I did too.
Was it like all 3 games, like this one, or was it just like one, or?
There wasn't really any restrictions.
Oh, okay.
Because it was groups of 4, so...
So could you do like Crash Bash if you want to?
Oh, well, I guess there were restrictions in that you had to contain yourself to the first 3 Crash games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Let's do Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But no, it wasn't like how in this tournament where you have to play one of each game, which makes sense because you're doing a lot more matches than in the other tournaments. So,
oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Can you give like an example of what a race would entail in that Crash tournament? A race that you did?
It would be anything like this, just where you make an objective that is 20 to... So, depending on the round, I guess.
Yeah, like round 1 was also like 10 minutes per match or whatever, Nothing crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing about Crash Bandicoot is that it's a much more linear game, so it's harder to make up meaningful or unique goals.
Right. Essentially, it's just like make sure you're doing your jumps right and don't die, right?
Yeah, which is one of the reasons that I really like these tournaments involving Spyro, because it's possible to make so many different goals.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to do with most of these runs, which is why we had something crazy like this.
Yeah, no, that's why I really liked the run too, because like I'm tired of just doing collect 10 orbs or get 500 gems or something more basic. Whereas this one was just like much more outside the realm of the game.
Yeah, I like these timer challenges people have been coming up with.
Yeah, I do too.
Kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the bingo ones are pretty fun to watch.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, and those ISGP ones where you do like one objective for each letter.
Yeah.
Per ISGP. I mean, it's pretty much like bingo, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, but they're still creative nonetheless.
Yeah.
See, I
Make sure
was
you put that Ratchet 5 trademark on the ISGP.
Oh, yeah.
When do you guys think this whole tournament will be over? Do you think it'll be over before the remake comes? I think so.
By the way, here's I know I'm on the naughty list. I thought the tournament was going on for 10 weeks initially, and then suddenly, it's only 8 weeks. And
you mean 8 weeks for the whole tournament, or?
Yeah, or 8 weeks for round 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I thought it was going to be 10 weeks, maybe 10 weeks for the entire thing, but I doubt that too. I thought it was 10 weeks for round 1, so that's kind of why I'm scrambling to get some of these later matches done.
Oh, okay.
And it hasn't helped with a couple of folks not getting back to me.
It's better late than never, Muddy. You've been fine, even though you're on the naughty list.
Mm-hmm.
I think Angus just wants to spank you as punishment.
He definitely got a grin out of me when I was watching that update roundup.
That's funny. I was thinking like they should change up the rules in the final round. If the remake comes out by the time the final round comes on, they should just stop it completely and just start using the Reunited Trilogy as for the race.
Well, I mean, not everyone has like the consoles though.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Never mind.
Well, it'll probably be the elites at that point, and if you have a PS4, then like make it launch day 337% race across all 3 games. That'd be fun.
Be great. On the first day of the launch. That'd be really interesting.
That would be cool.
Spyro Trilogy race.
It probably get all the views too.
Spyro trifecta race.
Yeah, but probably a terrible audience retention.
True.
Yeah, probably, especially if you were to make the video when the game comes out, when it's like all hype with a bunch of other players.
Probably gonna be bad audience retention either way, because it's gonna be a long race. It always is for the grand finals.
Oh, that's a good point.
So we got about 2 minutes left, I believe.
Yeah, and I'm in Blowhard right now. Essentially, I'm just playing Spyro.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm rushing to Beastmakers, and I guess I am in Beastmakers, but rushing to Terra's Village to try to get those juicy 15 points for the rocket chess.
Get those juicy chests.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, are you guys a D-pad player, or do you guys prefer analog when it comes down to Spyro games?
Yeah, I'm D-pad.
D-pad. Yeah, me too.
Almost anyone who's like, I mean, like, we're not professionals, but almost anyone who does it pro, you can hear the controller rattling with the D-pad being pressed.
Yeah,
and it's a really, like, I love that sound from the clicks and clacks going on from the controller.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah, it's very satisfying for some reason.
It is.
For some reason, I can't relate, even though I've been using D-pad life, but I just prefer it over analog stick when it comes down to these games as well. But like my brother, who is older than me and also grew up with the Spyro games, prefers analog stick over it, and I just can't understand. I can't understand how you can play this game with the analog stick. But then again, I'm a purist who played on D-pad when it came out, so I don't know.
Yeah, precisely.
You know, it's actually one of those things that made me not like Ape Escape all that much growing up because you were forced to play with the analog stick.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, which I still like that game, but you know,
I love Ape Escape so much, but actually I never played. I had the demo of Ape Escape on PlayStation 1, and it was really funky to me because you had to use the left and right analog stick to be able to catch monkeys, which is really, really weird to me. But then I ended up picking up the remake on PSP.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I first ended up playing Ape Escape, and that was way easier to control because you don't have 2 analog sticks.
Right.
But I love Ape Escape so much. That's also one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games.
So I guess that kind of wraps the run up, eh?
Yeah, I've already
talking about Ape Escape.
And
we'll have the winner flash up on the screen.
Yeah,
I think we already know.
Assuming,
we don't know the winner for sure 100% at this point, but we kind of know that I was likely the winner.
I'll say it with 92% certainty that Muddy was the winner.
I'll say it with 97% certainty.
Ooh, that's even more.
Ooh.
Ooh, I just did that proxy thing I was mentioning in my video.
Oh yeah, that reaction you had there.
Yeah.
At
least I caught that footage. All right, I guess we can end it here, right?
Yep.
All right,
So
thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching.